Welcome to REFORGED Radio with your host, SMARMYTANK.
Hey everybody, what's going on? Welcome into episode 7 of REFORGED Radio, a show that is based all about everything Realm, Royale, Reforged, produced by High Res Studios. This week our guests are xTOTALPROx and Not _Ticc, both Twitch streamers. These guys go way back. They're really good friends. They're Batman and Robin. I hope that you guys enjoy this content today. Without any further ado, let's get into it. Thank you guys both for coming in. Can you guys just say hello to each of you? I know you've already talked, but let's just make sure we got the levels right so everybody can hear y'all. Hi, Suna.
Hi, Suna.
Hey, Suna. Yeah,
You guys have the best microphones we've ever had on the show, by the way.
Hey.
I love it.
So you guys,
Also,
really quick.
I think I forgot to say hi to Suna whenever he popped in that sweaty last game.
Right,
So,
right.
Hey, bud. Love you.
So anyway, guys, everybody that's on the channel, thank you. Welcome to REFORGED Radio. If you don't know what this is basically a podcast dedicated to everything having to do with Realm, Royale, Reforged. Tonight, it is my literally sincere honor to have on Total Pro, and not that Ticc's any kind of a pushover, but Ticc is also joining us, and I can tell you right now from watching over the last 8 or 9 months, these guys play a lot of games of this game that we love so much, that there's really no better duo out there for like shenanigans than these two fellas. So our topics tonight reflect that. I thought we'd start off, really easy with Peach versus Pesh. We can pretty much make that whatever we'd like to, and then we'll move on to to competitive casuals. And let me clarify what that means when I say competitive casuals, because both of you guys, I think, would consider yourself casual players, but are very competitive people. And so someone might tune in the middle of a game and think you're a competitive, sweaty player, when the reality is you're really just a casual player. Is that accurate for both of you?
Yeah.
I'm a pub stomper, dude.
Well, let me change the title of this then. Hold on a second.
Yeah, like it's I definitely play like casually, but I hate losing, and I always I'm trying to win the game, but
Right.
the competitive, the actual quote unquote competitive scene is definitely not my my usual choice. Nah.
That's fair. That is 100% fair. And then the last thing that I want to talk to you guys about, or if we want to weave it in, is obviously I wanted to give you both a little spotlight here. One would be the casting, because I want to know more about that, how you got into that, what you're thinking of that, and how you're feeling moving forward. And then obviously we got to talk about Ticc's just, off the cuss raps that he does. Like, I want to know a little bit more about that, where that came from, how long he's been doing that, and like where that started. But let's just get down to Peach versus Pesh right now. Which one of you guys wants to take Peach, and which one of you guys wants to take Pesh?
I'll take Peach.
I guess that leaves Pesh for me. I don't know.
Okay, so for those of you in the channel, or those of you that end up listening to this thing and you end up watching it on YouTube, when I began to go to Total Pro's stream on twitch.tv/TotalPro, xTOTALPROx, he would use this word over and over and over again. And to be honest with you, I've asked on more than one occasion what exactly it means, and have never been given an actual directly straight answer about it. And I'm not even sure that anybody does or knows what it really means. Maybe they do, but no one's ever told me. So then recently, I think it was yesterday, or was it this morning, you guys were like, Peach, and now there's Pesh. Was it today or yesterday you guys were talking about?
They're interchangeable.
And I'm like, oh, great. I already don't know what one means, and now they've come up with another version of it. This is fucking amazing. So, Ticc, what the hell, bro? What is this, man? Like, tell me how it comes up, what it means, obviously it's a love thing, right? I mean, it's positive, I think, right?
It's definitely positive, but it's 100% just a made-up word that literally means nothing. And so we started putting it at the end of our sentences, but like in a way that, like, so some people, they'll come in and try to do it, like they'll come in and say they were gonna say smarmy and use Pesh or Peach. They would say smarmy Peach, but that's not right. It's supposed to be smarm Peach. So if you don't, am I right, bro? If you don't know what it is, you don't know what it is. But once you know what it is, you're like, oh shit, that's what it is.
Okay.
So it's kind of hard to understand. But Peach versus Pesh. I mean, Pesh. That comes from Nicky, Slicky Nicky. I mean, we all know Slicky Nicky. He's a funny guy. That's what he thought it meant. That's what he thought it was.
Okay. So the proper use of pesh is to chop off a portion of whatever you're going to add pesh to, and then add pesh to it. Is that are we right? Do I have that correct?
You're probably right. I have no idea.
Okay, and so total. What is peach then? Because honestly, you say peach a lot more than you say pesh, and Ticc says pesh a lot more than he says peach.
So it started as peach. It started like, I don't know, me and Ticc, we're just doing it. I think Ticc did it first, and I picked up on it. But yeah, it started from literally back maybe in the Mixer days even. And yeah, it's the way of the peach, you know? And so when Nikki came around, when he started streaming, you know, he's notoriously just bad at reading. He doesn't know how to pronounce things that he reads.
Dude, he's the worst reader there is, bro.
Yeah, and so like we called him Nick Pesh, and he thought it was Nick Pesh. And so it's just become interchangeable at this point. It's Pesh or Pesh. They mean the same thing now. But yeah, it's the way.
I mean, I'm not going to go into a diatribe about this, but I think at the end of the day, and the reason why I wanted to honestly start with this is because it really is the culture of both you and Tick streams when you guys are live. It's just a thing where if you get in there and you don't know what it is, you want to know what it is. You're like, wait, I want to and no one will tell anyone what this is, not even you guys usually. And so I'm just happy now that I'll be able to go in and enjoy it a little bit more, knowing that it's all Nikki's fault, which is amazing. Because and now that I'm gonna got you guys here, you know, I'll take this opportunity to apologize to you, Total Pro. So I write a book quite often in his chat because I'm working, right? I'm working during the day from home. And then I'll come up with something or he'll say something and I'll literally write an entire paragraph and I can just see his face where he's like, fucking Smarmy writing a paragraph again.
No, dude.
Listen, I wrote one paragraph in Nikki's chat. He butchered it so bad, I never have typed in his chat again. Okay.
I love Nikki so much.
No, J Paul, incorrect. It's not Smarmy Pesh. It's Smarm Pesh. Aren't you paying attention here? Aren't you listening?
Dude, he's got
exactly.
Come on, dude.
Discovering the way of the peach right now.
So we have requests going on the channel. So Crazy thinks she wants to be Craze Peach, not Craze Pesh. I don't know. Listen, guys, we're gonna have to really, we're gonna have to work on this. But listen, let's move on to something a little bit more Realm Royale related, if you will. So
right before we go.
Oh, go. Sorry, go ahead.
Officially, it's Krill's Pesh.
It's Krill's Pesh.
Yeah,
Interesting. Okay. Everyone in chat right now, everyone in chat's like, I want to know what I am, Peach or Pash. Everyone's asking what there's.
It's in Code Page.
In Code Page.
In Code Page. He got it right, man. First try.
In Code Page, dude.
He's in the 97th clan.
So he just loses the ER and he's good to go. Wow, in Code, you got lucky on that one. That's a pretty good one, dude. In Code Pesh. Listen, I'm not going to steal that and start using it, but I may occasionally refer to someone as Pesh, just so that they like go, what is he talking about? Well, and I'll be like, listen, you got to go follow these other guys and they might explain to you, but not. I'd screw Pro. I mean, wow. Soon Pesh? Soon Pesh? You know what I should have asked Suna when he was on is why he changed from, what was it? Big Suna to Sir Suna. Was he fat before like me or did he lose weight? Why is he a Sir now? Anyway. But anyway, listen, thank you both of you guys. Everything I said is accurate. Like, I've watched you play more Realm Royale than probably anybody else other than maybe myself and like editing clips and things over the last 9 months. You Total and both you guys playing, your games together and the fun that you guys create and the crazy shit you guys do, trying to conk people off the map and trying to, talk to these players there's just so much comedy that goes on and I felt very welcomed into your channel back then. And it really got me feeling like, man, I think I want to play again. And then obviously that just turned into a whole other thing that I'm not going to get into. But I really want you to know, man, you inspired me to come back and play this game 9 months ago. I was done. I wasn't playing anymore. I hadn't played in a long time. And then I started watching you and Ticc in the mornings. And I'm like, dude, this looks fun again. Why did I quit playing this? And then, of course, after I started playing for a few days, I was like, oh, now I know why I don't play this anymore. I'm bad at it / the game's terrible. But what I want to move on is to competitive casuals, and there's kind of two pieces to that for both of you guys. And I think one of the things I really want to hear from you, maybe more so than Ticc, and Ticc for sure chime in on this, but like, do you feel like there is a competitive versus casuals scene going on right now? Do you feel there's a definitive two groups of people that are like, we're this and you're that and we can't cross over? Do you feel like that exists, or is that just some made up bullshit?
No, there's definitely not like some like divided line that you can't cross, but there's the people that like, there's the section of the game that legitimately hates bots for like full stop, for like they see zero purpose to them and they want nothing to do with them. And then there's also the ultra competitive like tournament level people that need those lobbies to you know, practice at that level. So but no, I mean, I saw Bordy in pubs earlier today on a stream that I was watching. And so I don't think there's any like hard line or anything. No, but,
just rolling kids and spitting on them, probably.
I think he killed Giant and Raisin.
Did he? Oh, wow.
They were like split, like he was streaming on their own channel, but.
Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. Oh man,
yeah,
that's
so
great.
No, I don't think there's like a hard line or anything.
Okay.
But you know, the people that are trying to, you know, there's these tournaments that are happening, you know, every 2 or 3 weeks now, and more popping up potentially soon as well. So the people that want to compete in those tournaments and that like that really high level gameplay are gonna stick to those scrim lobbies because that's what they have to do to play at that level, you know?
So then, Ticc, maybe part of that question that you can answer on your side is, do you prefer playing in the more competitive lobbies but casually, or do you not really care if it's sweat or not? Because I've never seen anyone, by the way, if you guys haven't checked out Not Ticc, it's twitch.tv/not_TICC, and I'm not going to get into the 97 tonight, so please don't ask about it. But I've never seen a guy play this game so nonchalantly, so carefree, and literally exit a game as he's literally being popped as a chicken and go back to the lobby and start a new game than you. So my question is it never really about how sweaty or not sweaty it is for you? Is it just about kills and W keying for you?
I mean, so I really enjoy the watching the competitive side of Realm. I mean, always have. I like watching those big names, those big hitters. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I feel like those guys obviously are way above me. I kind of stick to the pub lobbies because I don't know if it makes me feel better when I kill people that are worse than me, or would I feel better if I killed someone that was better than me, maybe in a competitive lobby. Or, I mean, I guess just at this point, I do at some point want to get into the competitive scene, but I feel like everybody's so much fucking higher than me at this point, and I would need to go now, I think, and play with those big hitters over and over and over and over again, and I guess that's the only way to get better. But I do enjoy just casually playing in pub games, you know, pub stomping or getting stomped. You know, you get stomped, it's back to the lobby, and then you re-queue. But yeah.
Yeah, you know,
Yeah.
I appreciate you saying that, man, because, you know, I actually, and I'm not gonna say any names, but I actually ended up having a conversation with somebody who I was a little bit at odds with, and they said something to me that was really like hard for me to swallow. And I think, you know, you may or may not agree with me, either of you guys, and I don't even know, Ticc, if you even watch me stream that much, but, you know,
I have, yeah.
it turns out that I get pretty mad, and I get pretty justified about being mad, like when I die, and the word stream sniper comes out of my mouth a lot, or something suspicious happened here a lot. And this person pointed out to me that I should try my best, if I'm going to run, say, queues, for example, that I should just know that I'm probably going to get fucked with, killed, rolled, whatever it is, and that I should try to be nicer to people when I die while doing that. And I never thought of it that way before. So guess what? Next time I do queues and I get rolled and stream sniped or whatever happens, I'm just going to say I got fucking rolled, and then we're just going to queue up again. But that brings me to my next point about casual competitive. Total, talk a little bit about the dynamic that occurs every fucking day in your channel with you asking everyone in your fucking chat to stop queuing into your games, and yet they do not want to do it. And how, like, talk to me about the dynamic of like how good it feels to fucking destroy them when they do get in there. I'd like to hear from you on that. And then why do these people do this to us streamers? Why do they do it?
There's a lot of reasons.
Right, no.
So as far as like the queuing in, like realistically, I don't, like at the core of it, I don't have a problem with it.
I get that you don't. That's what I'm saying. I think that you really don't. Deep down inside, you're like, I'm not happy, but I'm okay with it. Like that's what I get from you sometimes.
Yeah, like realistically, the more people in the game, the more populated, the better. My issue with it comes in if they're queuing into my game because they're in my stream, then they're always gonna have an eye out for me. They're always gonna like, oh, is that total? Or like, oh, I gotta make sure and kill the streamer. Or even it might not even be that bad, but if we're in a 3-person fight and they know which one is me, they're obviously going to play differently around that based off of that.
Yeah.
So that's my issue. If there was a true like anonymous like streamer mode kind of thing to where I could like, you know, be fully anonymous in a game, then like let's all get in there and yeah, we'll be fully, you know, maybe you even see me wearing a different skin than I'm showing on my screen or something, you know, something crazy. But that's where my issue comes with it. The kids are gonna do it. It is what it is.
Yeah, I think that's more the upsetting part for me is when it's not even that, like, so yeah, I said we're gonna queue, I've counted it down for you, but what bothers me is what you just said, is when there's 3 of us fighting early game, they chicken me, and then my 2 partners are blowing the shit out of them, and they just chase me to kill my chicken. That really infuriates me, like, beyond it. So Tick, I have a secret question I was gonna throw in for you here that I didn't put on the little topic thing, because I want to make sure we get enough out of you tonight, brother. Okay, talk about controller to PC, where we're at today, how many times you almost quit, how many times you went back and grabbed your controller. Let's hear about that from you.
So we'll start with how many times I went back to grab my controller, and it's 0.
Oh my god, no way, bro.
Yeah, honest.
You toughed it out the whole time?
Honestly, man, and like for the first 300 hours, I'm telling you, man, I had 0 fun. I had 0 fun. I remember messaging Total Pro like the first week. I was like, dude, I can't fucking do this. I'm bad. He's like, bro, you gotta keep doing it. You'll get better. I'm like, dude, no, I won't. All I do is hold my finger in the W key, and I can't take it off it, and I'm running and shooting at the walls.
Yeah, I can't turn around the same way, man. This is really weird.
Yeah. So then he explained to me, like, you know, before it was like you didn't have to think what you were doing. You're on a controller. You're used to that. You didn't have to think what you were doing. Now you got to think about what buttons you're pushing, so you can't pay attention to the game as much. So I kind of got that in my head. And then once I realized WASD was just my left joystick, man, I was good to go. But controller, so played controller my whole life.
Wow.
Actually played like a lot of competitive Call of Duty. I played in a LAN tournament, a couple of them when I was younger.
Wow. Didn't know that.
Which is yeah, it was pretty cool. They were like smaller events. They weren't huge or anything like that.
Right.
No pro gamers or anything like that. But so yeah, I got into the competitive scene like Call of Duty and played like controller my whole life. So then when I started playing Realm, I switched from Fortnite to Realm because I wanted to keep playing a battle royale. And I didn't want to play. And I found this, so I thought, I'll try this. So I played for, I think it was like 2 years on the controller, and then decided to make the switch, and I don't regret it at all. Like, I have no regrets making the switch.
Yeah, dude. I mean, I would, you know, listen, I'll throw a little shout out to my gal Crazy here. She also made the switch from controller over to mouse and keyboard. And I've noticed recently both of you guys have been pretty nasty. Like almost like I've had some jealousy, like, because I've been playing this game nothing but keyboard and mouse, but I'm old and kind of like some arthritis and shit that I can't, you know, I want to get into it, but I just don't have the dexterity that I once did, so I'm not gonna get much better as far as reactions go. So I just watch you guys like struggle and you're all messed up, and then you're just fucking thumping these lobbies, and I'm like, fuck, it must be nice to be young. Jesus criminy. You were gonna say something. Go ahead.
Where credit's due. Crazy. A while back too. I think this was still on like OB23 realm. So shortly after she had moved to the sticks, she actually, her and I forget who she was with, killed me and Tick just straight up 2v2. So she is definitely.
I remember that.
Yeah,
Listen,
yeah.
she's something else, man. And I'll tell you what, most people don't know this, but she and I play a lot off stream, and we do really well together. And it ain't because I'm that good. I'll just throw that out there. I mean, I hit a few shots here and there. Yeah, she ain't messing around, and she's gotten so good at mouse and keyboard that she does this to me now. Total. Smarmy, come on, dude, hurry up, I want to push these guys. Like, I'm like, what do you mean? I'm forging a freaking legendary over here. She's like, you don't need that. Come on. So
I love it.
Let me ask one last secret question, if you will, or not posted question. So how did the two of you guys originally meet up? Let's go.
This is actually funny.
So
Yes,
So,
crazy you.
Don't lie. Don't lie.
No, 100%.
Wait, is it safe? Can we do it?
No, we're good. So this is back. I was still on console back then, and I dropped in crossing where I always drop. Ended up in a fight ended up in a 3-person fight. Kill one, chicken another, and then in comes this warrior to 4th party me and then chases my chicken down instead of going after the other guy.
Okay.
You sent me the message.
Yeah, and so I said, me being the salty,
You're like, this
Xbox
fucking
player that
guy.
I DM'd him. I sent him a message on Xbox, and I said, what was it? Like, you got the art of the 4th party down, huh, bud?
Glad you get the art of the 4th party chicken down.
Super salty.
I messaged him back and said, "Get good."
Yeah. And then it turns out another buddy of ours, Yod, at the time me and Yod had kind of beefed, but Yod had like talked about me to Ticc, and so then Ticc, like later on, you like went back and looked at the message and you said something like, "Oh dude, I didn't even look at your name. What's up? My buddy Yod told me about you. We should play sometime."
Wow.
That's so funny. So it's Yod.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
That's amazing.
But like me and Yod weren't even really boys at that point either. Like it was beef that me and Yod had, and then we all ended up being cool. And yeah, Tick's one of my best buds.
It's amazing how many uncomfortable situations turn out to be like the best of friendships. I can certainly say that that's happened with a few of the people I'm now pretty close with too. That it wasn't initially like, "Hey, you're cool, let's hang out." It was like, "Dude, you're fucking toxic." You know, that's how the fucking DM started. You know, and now we're like good friends. You know, like it's weird.
Luckily, we only had like it was just that one message back and forth, and
Wow.
then he was like, "Hey, no, we should get games." And I think the first time we played, we just rolled duo squad lobbies, and
In the Xbox days, huh? We were both on
homies.
Xbox. Yeah.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah.
How many years has that been, if you can recall?
I've been on PC for 2.5, so probably 3 years ago.
That's amazing, man. That's amazing. And I know you guys are like full buds. I mean, you guys chit chat like off stream, and like I hear you like texting me right now and constantly trying to figure like I asked like chat, here's the deal, or whoever's listening to this. At any point in time during the day, if you're watching Total Stream, he'll make this comment about Ticc. Well, I don't know if Tick's gonna make it. Which is basically like when I said, "Hey man, do you want to bring anybody onto the pod?" I said tomorrow night. He goes, "Well, we could do Ticc," and I'm like, and he goes, "I don't know if he'll make it, but I mean, I'll ask him." And I laughed internally, like at that point, because I'm like, well, do I do a thing up with Tick's name on it, or do I put a question mark there? And I'm like, nah, Ticc will be there. I'm gonna, you know, law of attraction. He's gonna do it. He's gonna make it. But Ticc, we fucking love you, bro. Like, and you know, that's the thing about you, man, is like, you're so down for fucking anything. Like if he switches games and you're like, yeah, okay, we'll switch games, you know, like it's just everybody deserves a you know, I don't want to call one of you guys Batman or Robin, but you guys are like the dynamic duo. Seriously. I mean, I'm not even like bullshit, man.
Robin.
He's Robin. Okay. You're Robin, just to let you know. Okay.
No,
okay.
no, Tick's Batman. I got Dibs Robin.
Oh, you're Robin. Okay. There we go.
Yeah.
So every now and then we just call them Batman and Robin. Pesh, no one will know. Okay.
Yeah. Bat patient, Rob patient.
Bat patient. See, I already fucked it up right off the bat. This is what happens. So then let's finish with this, man. I'm gonna start first with you, Ticc. Tell me when you started rapping in your life. What started that? How did that come about? And then when did you finally? How drunk were you, or what were you smoking the night you said, "I'm gonna fucking drop some beats and fucking rap on stream"? When did all that go down? How did that all come about?
All right, so when COVID hit, like I'm a musician anyway, like not like a great one, but I do
Lead
play
singer,
music.
we hear.
Well, pretty good.
I play
From
with
what
the
I heard.
guitar and stuff. I play a few instruments. I play the banjo, the guitar, the drums. I can play the bass. I took fiddle lessons when I was younger. I don't play much fiddle now, but I can play the mandolin. Yeah, playing a country band. So when COVID hit, I was stuck in the house, right? Everybody was at the beginning. So I was watching this guy for around a year at this time, which his name's Harry Mack, and he's a freestyle rapper. So I thought, man, that would be super cool to be able to do even a little bit of what he can do. He's insane. You know what I mean? He's like the best freestyle rapper in the world right now. That's what I think. But anyway, so I thought I'll practice. So I took his technique, which he practices a lot on randomwordgenerator.com.
Right.
So I would go to randomwordgenerator.com and just generate a whole bunch of words and put on a beat and kind of practice from there. And then from there, I kind of took it. He goes on like Omegle. You know what that is? Like
I do. I know. I've watched these videos, dude. The Harry Matt, he's fucking huge on TikTok, bro. Which, you know, I'm a TikTok guy.
Insane.
His shit's amazing, dude. Like it blows my mind.
So good. So I went on Omegle for quite a while and practiced in front of people then, like, right?
Oh, wow.
What he was doing.
Okay.
And then from there, Total Pro, like I showed Total Pro, like after I got a little better than
a little comfortable with it, right?
I showed Total Pro. He's like, damn, dude, like you should really try this on stream. I was like, no, man, I can't do that. Like I have no, like I was playing I was streaming from my Xbox at the time. So I was like, dude,
my God.
I can't run a track through that, and like it's just gonna sound like shit, and I'm gonna embarrass myself. So then once I got a PC, the first thing he said is, "What's holding you back now?"
No.
I said, I'll do one some night. So then finally he convinced me to do one on stream, and then since then fuck it, I'll put it as a channel redemption, and then you guys can.
Dude,
we can have at it.
It's fucking great.
We got that the good mic.
Yes.
That's how I was like, now you have literally no reason not to do it.
That is true.
Yeah, dude.
But yeah.
Listen, I love when you do it. It's absolutely amazing. Hold on one second. I gotta respond to the wife here.
Priorities, man.
Okay, we're good. All right. So then that leaves us with this last piece, unless we want to talk about something else. Pro, like, I didn't see it on your radar. I didn't know it was your, a thing that you were interested in doing, but obviously once Timeless tournaments sprouted up and started moving forward, you were quickly announced as somebody who was going to cast, and I feel like you did a pretty good job. I don't know if you'd ever casted before that or not, but you did a really good job on that very first tournament. And this last tournament, bro, it was Total Pro. Like, you were fucking amazing on this last broadcast, dude. Like, you carried it, dude. It was fucking amazing. Tell us about that piece and like where'd that come from? Is that something you just said, fuck it, I'll do it, or someone asked you, or have you just always wanted to do that?
I've actually always wanted to do stuff like that. Back when I was in college, that's what I was going to school for, was sports journalism, because I wanted to do sports broadcasting.
Okay.
Like that was, I've always kind of commentated, like, even football games, watching them, and my parents have always said, like, why don't you do that? You're saying the exact same thing the announcers are saying before they say it. So then, yeah, we get into Realm, and shoot, it was probably close to 2 years ago now, I ran my first tournament. Maybe it was a year ago, I don't know. It was in October-ish, so it was probably a year ago. But we did a assassin only duos tournament. That would take. Did you cast that one with me, or the next one? I think I casted that one. I think I casted the first one solo, and then the next tournament I did, Ticc casted it with me. And yeah, once I realized that Realm was coming back and there was gonna potentially be tournaments and an opportunity for that, I said, I'm making myself, I'm putting myself out there, right, to get my name out there. I know Nikki and I did a tournament right before the PTS hit. I do remember that one, and unfortunately I didn't catch as much of that one, so I didn't get to really, get the full Total Pro on that one. But I got those last two. Fuck, I got to see most all of them. It was pretty awesome. Yeah, we did that one, and then I think that got me on Thor's radar for that. So then whenever the PTS happened, whatever that PTS tournament that we ended up doing, he told me to get a tournament together. So I threw a tournament together in 4 days, I think. Right. And that went as smoothly as it could, with 4 days of prep time and no Realm tracker to scoring and all that. That was a headache and a half, but yeah. And then a group of us kind of started Timeless tournaments. Pepper sort of taking the helm, and so me and him casted that first one together, which was a fucking blast.
Dude, it
honestly.
was awesome, man. The
Pepper's
two of
first
you
time
have
casting
so
anything.
much knowledge that that's what really makes a good caster, is knowing those little nuances and things. That's why I can't cast like you guys. I just don't have that much deep knowledge to like talk about the strategy that they're employing right here. You know, like I just, I'm like, I never thought of it. Okay. And then I actually like, I'm learning shit and taking it into game. I'm like, I'm gonna do that thing that fucking I saw Bordy do, you know, that was fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, that was one of the things that I actually really enjoyed casting with Tep on too, because he's got that super competitive knowledge. But that kid wants to compete, and I can't blame him because he's incredible. So then yeah, this next one or this last one, somebody had reached out to Deathmatch, and it was, yeah, we casted that together, and that was awesome as well, getting to learn from somebody like him who used to do that in the past.
Right,
and who
right.
does it now.
Dude, how about his fucking knowledge after being gone all this time of all those old guys? He had fucking color commentary on all of them, bro. It was amazing.
Even some of the newer guys, like, legitimately, I didn't know, but it's pretty evident that dude did some like actual research.
Right, he's like a pro. He's like,
and so yeah, I was very like impressed and like and picked up a lot from him. They do that. I think it's for Quake, I believe, but they have a whole organization, a whole studio that does casting for that stuff in Russia.
interesting.
So yeah, it was really cool to have him come back and do that. And then yeah, we've got another tournament coming up in a couple of weeks, so we'll see.
When is that one? And tell us about that one. Why not? Go ahead. Tell us when that.
I don't know much of the information about it, just because I haven't really touched base with Tep too much.
Got it.
But it is a duos tournament on the 25th.
And that's the play. That's the play to get in one, right? You can play to get in on the scrims, correct?
So I actually believe, and I'm just checking this Discord and reading this, but it's my understanding that it's open signups, and if more teams sign up than can fit in one lobby, there will be some sort of play-in games like the day of the tournament.
Interesting.
So don't hold me to that. Like I said, Tepper and I have he's got a crazy work schedule, so you know, we miss each other quite a bit, but yeah, we'll figure all that out. We might have a couple aces up our sleeve to kind of add to the production value a little bit and try to make it a cool little show that, you know, maybe won't be around for this one, but I think we might be bringing in some people to like help really round out the production and whatnot. So gotta nail all that down. Nothing's official, but
right.
Always striving to make it better. I know this last one, like some of the audio levels were a little wonky, even though they were showing perfectly on my end.
Right.
So we'll get those sort of things hammered out, and then that crash there at the end, I learned my lesson.
Yeah. You know what, man? The good news is I think High Res and Thor and the team have set us all up. I think if you're paying any attention at all, to know that, hey, this is, you know, what we're doing, we're working on, and by no means is this like the product that we're really looking to just, you know, slam into the whole world's face at this point in time. We know there's some stuff we still need to work on, and I think that goes part and parcel to what you're talking about. It's like, look, these first couple tournaments, I mean, imagine getting that third-party viewer going like the right way, dude. Holy mackerel. I can't even wait to see what you do when that thing actually works the way it's supposed to.
I can't wait. I can't wait to get
it's
to play
really
around with
awesome.
that and,
Super
like,
cool, man.
actually
So
use it.
before we go, one more time, thank you both for coming on, man. Like, I've literally never really talked to you, man, and never really played with you. I'm a little fangirl, little fanboyish here, you know, getting a chance to actually talk to you, man. So I really do appreciate you taking the time to do it. If there's anything you can tell us before we go about anything you are allowed to say, do so. Otherwise, you know, thanks guys for coming in, and we'll shut her down, and I'll take a small break, and we'll fire up some cues that I promise I won't get mad if I die in.
No worries, man. I appreciate you having me on. I appreciate it.
Thank you very much, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah, I appreciate you letting me do it with my bud.
Dude.
Because it's like, it's just hanging out with the buds.
We got to get Ticc going. You know what I mean? Like, we got to get him
I want to come back, man. I want to come back. Invite me back.
Listen, here's the thing. Even if you didn't show up tonight, this man would have probably carried, okay? Because he always carries, right? I mean, that's what he does, right? So, but I've seen you carry too. So even if he didn't show up, I'm sure we would have had plenty to talk about, including poutine.
Hey.
Tick's former top 5 console in A, actually. So
I did not know that.
He's carried a little bit.
I did not know that.
That's what Total Pro thinks.
I did not know that.
It's my official rating.
Well, guys, I appreciate both of you. I know this is a little bit later in the evening, especially for you, Ticc, so I appreciate you guys accommodating that. I tried to start it a little bit earlier, just literally to have you guys on. So much thanks, much love to both of you guys. Thank you for coming on the podcast, and I'll let you guys get out of here, man. Thanks so much.
Hey, man. Yeah, take care of yourself, bro.
You got it, boys.
Later, dude.
Peace.
You guys, there they go. Fucking Total Pro and Not Ticc. Holy shit. You guys, that's going to do it for episode 7 of Reforged Radio. Thanks again to my guests, Total Pro and Not Ticc. Thanks to everybody that came out for the live recording of the pod. This will be up here on YouTube as well as Spotify. Thanks again for tuning in. We'll see you guys next week on Reforged Radio.